What a basketball game. I'm first going to say that Rice is very good. And the thing in our preparation for Rice was they're not going to make mistakes. They're not. If you don't force them into them, they're not going to make them. And fortunately, with us changing defenses, we were able to catch them off guard. They were going to run a man. We switched it to zone. And then, again, now they have to take a second to think, okay? We tried multiple times throughout the game to try to keep them off balance because, again, they're just really, really high IQ, not only people but basketball players. And they run some good stuff. They run some hard stuff to defend. Coach Lang has done a great job with them. And I'm telling you, they're really good. We were very, very fortunate to win. The thing that I'm going to say about us is everybody has had an opportunity to see what happens to us on the road. It happened today, where we go stretches and don't score, long stretches and don't score, and people go on a 10-0 run. Then we go segments where we turn the ball over, and it's like we're playing rec ball elementary back in the 6th grade, and we just give it back to them. And what happens to us on the road, we never can dig out of those situations. And that's where tonight was really, really important, is we were able to dig out of the pit. And so I asked them, I said, what did you say on the foul line to each other? The timeout, my timeout was a waste, okay? The second to the last timeout, the last time was a waste, okay? Because we didn't run what I said in the timeout. And it's like, and I got all over Brittany Dinkins, and I challenged her to the utmost. And I said, okay, what did y'all tell her when I got all over her because we didn't run what we were supposed to run? And they said, we told her to stay composed, be poised, you're okay. And I said, and what do you say on the road? Nothing. I said, that's what we've learned today, is in those timeouts. In those free throw line huddles. I said, you huddle tight. What were you saying? And they were talking about the things that they were giving instructions, and we got to box out. And that's not happened on the road, they said. Because I don't know what they're saying out there in the huddle. That's a crazy lady or whatever, I don't know. But they were really given instruction, and I think that is a huge step for this team. And we were very fortunate to be able to get that win. Brittany Norris is a kid that you want balls to go in for, because she shows up in the gym and she puts in time to work. And this morning she was here early shooting. It was 2 hours before anybody else was supposed to be here. And I looked down in the Coliseum and she's shooting the ball. And I'm thinking, oh, please, let her balls go in today so that she can see some benefits of that. And, the first half she picked up those 2 fouls. And normally when that happens, she just totally disappears. She can't rebound back. But tonight in the second half, she really rebounded back and hit three huge threes for us that were really critical at that time in the game, because we could have been dead in the water. But she came back and really got us rolling. Again, foul trouble early really set her back in games on the road, and she's not rallied. So, again, I think that's a growing up point for us. Jayla King has really, really struggled. She has struggled. Yesterday, practice ended, and I said, you got to make 23s. She said, oh. And I said, oh. She said, okay, Coach, I'll make them. And she stepped up, and she made 20 out of 25 threes. And I said, Archie will make them tomorrow. And so it was fun to see that and that happening, for them to understand if you just work a little bit, good things will come. It'll happen for you. And so, again, it was really exciting for her to hit those threes very early. I thought in the second half, Caitlin Jenkins was a difference maker. Defensively, she altered shots. She got big rebounds. She scored buckets for us. We went to her the way they were guarding us, the way they were guarding her. We were trying to counter on that to be able to get her the basketball. And I think she was huge in the second half. I think we saw our point guard grow up a little bit tonight. A freshman point guard playing 39 minutes. I really felt like I had to take her out when she got so scattery there, just to regroup, take a deep breath, and then put her back in. But, she shouldered a lot of pressure tonight. To know that she had no backup, no matter how great she played or how bad she played, she had a lot of pressure on her. And she struggled at times. But again, I just think that just to know that you're playing with that kind of pressure and her really focused and trying to stay true even when she made mistakes is a growing up time for us, for her.
You talked about not only her, but being shorthanded. People like Brittany Dinkins, who's your second leading scorer, goes with just 2 points tonight with 9 assists. Brittany Norris steps up, I think probably a season high for her. Shayla Wilson, 9 points. Just kind of everybody, picked up the slack.
And Jason, we talked about that, and I really had talked to Shy and Jayla yesterday, and I said, one of you has to get double-digit scored. Not both of you, one of you. It'd be nice if both of you, but one of you has to get it. And if the other one gets 6, that's okay, but somebody has to get double digits. And I really felt like that Jayla did that today and really stepped up. Shy kind of struggled. The issue with Shy is that due to officiating rules, she can't wear her regular shoulder brace. So she's wearing a shoulder brace that does not have one shoulder protected. And I'm telling you, she's scared to death. She's going to get hit. I mean, that's the way she was on Thursday. That's the way she is today. And the deal is, because we have yet to find, Nike does not make a pink dry fit to go underneath her shoulder brace. So she can't wear her regular shoulder brace because it rips her skin. And so we even called the coordinator of officials and asked, in this situation, it's a medical situation, can she? And they said, no, she can't do it. So Shadit wasn't able to give it to us tonight, but Jayla King did. Shayla Wilson is beginning, as we have seen, the last, actually 4 ball games, she's gotten a little more comfortable, hit some big shots. That rollout shot she hit in that right corner in that first half was huge for us. Again, she's beginning to get better. So I think what we see is see that when we were shorthanded, people had to step up and assume different roles, and I thought they really assumed those roles and did a great job of that tonight.
Coach, at some point before the season, I remember you saying that Caitlin Jenkins being so talented as a freshman that she's just used to putting the ball in the hole, and you were trying to teach her post moves, and she said, well, I have to learn these. I just give it to him, I'm going to go score, and it seemed like in crunch time, it doesn't matter if 2 people are on her, she would just throw it up and get the rebound as many times as she had to and, put the team on her back.
I think that we saw tonight, particularly in the second half, Caitlin Jenkins played with a fire and a passion to win, and she has struggled with that, to be very honest with you, since the La Tech game here, where she had 29 and 15 in that basketball game. And, a lot of things for Caitlin has come so easy for her. And so she's having to learn that it takes that extra effort. It takes that extra step. And it has to be a consistent thing. And I think tonight she saw that if she didn't give it to us, we weren't going to win. That she had to lace up her bootstraps and really play with persistence and with a passion that I've got to get the rebound, I got to score. And she did that tonight. And I'm just going to tell you, defensively, she was huge for us. She altered a ton of shots, got a lot of rebounds, and got some touches on those balls as well. But the second half was really good. And I told her in the locker room after the game, I said, Kiki, I'm just telling you, you've got to practice with that fire every single day, and you'll be unstoppable. But it's got to continue to grow, and it's got to continue to get better and better and better. And that's just what she's learning.
Do you believe right now this is like a turning point in the conference?
I hope
season?
so. I hope so. I just think we've seen so many positives after we've been on a 3-game losing streak. You're on a 3-game losing streak, you're at La Tech, you get totally embarrassed. I mean, totally embarrassed. You go to UTEP, they're the number 1 team in the league, and you play hard, but you crumble, just like we did tonight. We crumble and couldn't regain it in crunch time. We go to UTSA, and mentally we psych ourselves out because we're gassed. You can't do that. Everybody in the league does that. Does it mean that we're always going to lose on the second day on the road? You can't get into that. You've got to push through. And, it's so many of our players have never done that before. And they don't get it. They just think, okay, it should be a day off. Well, no, we got another game we have to play, and it's such a learning process for us. So to come back after we have battled 3 games and to come back and play the way we played on Thursday, and we played well on Thursday, and to play like we did for 32 minutes tonight, I think it's definitely steps in the right direction. I truly believe the test will be when we're at UAB on Thursday. We will be able to truly measure how far we've come because we're all feeling good right now, okay? We're all feeling good. But we felt good when we beat La Tech here. We felt good when we beat FIU and FAU. The true test, the true testament will be Thursday at UAB.